Yo, everybody, another quick video here. I wrote that article about running and the importance of running to, like, what lessons can you learn about it. It extends beyond running, and I wanted to talk about this because it was a big change in my life. Like, I used to be a real slob, and what I learned was that the lessons you can get by focusing on basically on trying to improve yourself through running, by lasting through the pain, by focusing on the end, by pacing yourself. I mean, that's a huge one alone. If you go straight at a run as hard as possible, you're going to burn out so quickly that you're really not going to actually be able to do anything or finish the run. Especially that's a problem if you go on a trail, which I loved doing. I was a big trail runner. And then you're got to come back, man. Like, I would go on a 10-mile run, 5 miles out, I'd want to give up, and then I'd have to run 5 more. If you get in the habit of being that kind of person, take it to other things too. That's how I got into mixed martial arts. It's how I started lifting weights. Like, it really started changing my life. And getting into projects that are mentally challenging, that make you want to give up, you can last. You learn a lot about yourself, especially through that pacing. There's a really good book that I'd like to recommend called Running in Philosophy. It explains a lot of this kind of thing and how, especially the peripatetic school of philosophy was based on movement and walking. There are lots of stimulants or stimulation, I guess you can get through running, and lasting through that pain has been the biggest lesson that I have. When I'm in projects here at work, or I'm working on stand-up especially, you have to learn how to take the hits and continue to go. You have to be able to distinguish between pain that is only uncomfortable, that shows that you're working really hard, and pain that shows that you should stop. And the problem with most people, and maybe you're one of these people, is that you actually can't distinguish that. There's a lot of people in my life who never made the changes I did, who like to sit on the couch and continue to do whatever it is they're doing, because when they go exercise, it's uncomfortable. So they just stop. And they think, yeah, I started doing it, but it was really painful, and that was the end of it. Don't be that guy. Learn the difference. And the only way to learn the difference is to develop patience in that space. And running is one of the best ways to develop patience. That's the thesis of this video, basically. The patience you learn. Patience is defined as the ability to endure, and the ability to stay in that space that's uncomfortable and endure that pain is going to serve you in every aspect of your life. It's going to serve you with yourself. It's going to serve you with others. It's meditative, and it's really important that you can get it from running. Almost any athletic activity, but running is perfect for it because there's so many ways that it translates not only into good health, but into good mental health and into good practices that'll serve you for the rest of your life. Especially if you're training for a race, the idea of planning. Why do you think so many type A people are runners? Every ultramarathoner I know, guys who run 50 plus miles, those guys are all really successful in business because they're good at planning. They're type A. They pace themselves. They learn about their bodies. They learn about what they're doing. They study the course. They get good sleep habits. They get good running habits. They get on a running schedule, so they increase their miles. They have good nutrition. It forces you to get into good habits that organize the rest of your life. Charles Duhigg actually talks about this in his book about habits, which is, I think, called The Power of Habit. Something to think about, everybody. Go running. Meanwhile, the madness continues.